Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to CBS News, a severe 3-month drought across Southeast Europe has caused the Danube River to hit record low levels, pushing Hungary's only nuclear power plant, PAX, to the brink of a complete shutdown. As of Wednesday morning, 3 of the facility's 4 reactors were offline, and the 4th was operating at only 50% capacity. The 44-year-old Soviet-designed plant typically generates about half of Hungary's electricity, but relies on directly drawing water from the Danube for cooling rather than using cooling towers. In response to the energy crisis, Hungary's newly elected Prime Minister, Péter Magyar, has urged citizens to conserve power. Budapest has shut off decorative spotlights on major tourist sites like Buda Castle and the Chain Bridge. To stabilize the grid and avoid blackouts, the government has nearly doubled its electricity imports from neighboring countries, absorbing the extra costs for now. Climate scientists warn that Europe is warming twice as fast as the global average, with central and eastern regions experiencing the fastest increases. According to a report by the Liberty Times, Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, Director Kash Patel has revealed that the Bureau has established new law enforcement partnerships with China and Russia to combat transnational crimes, including fentanyl trafficking, cyber fraud, and child exploitation. This initiative, organized through internal working groups, involves intelligence sharing and regular personnel exchanges. Recent joint operations have already led to major crackdowns, such as dismantling a massive cyber fraud center in Dubai and arresting members of a global child exploitation network. However, this policy of sharing information with authoritarian regimes has sparked fierce backlash within the U.S. counterintelligence community. Critics warn that allowing adversarial nations access to U.S. intelligence facilities poses severe national security and espionage risks. In response, Patel argued that these risks are carefully monitored and managed, emphasizing that the cooperation remains restricted to mutually beneficial crime-fighting areas and does not replace traditional alliances like the Five Eyes. This shifting approach reflects President Donald Trump's personalized diplomatic style, with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin temporarily easing years of political deadlock. According to a report by Xinhua, which cites the American news outlet Politico, the United States has intensified its intelligence presence in Cuba in recent months. The report indicates that Washington has deployed additional intelligence personnel and resources to the Caribbean nation. Sources quoted in the article suggest that this escalation in intelligence operations is a significant tactical move, potentially signaling preparations for a future U.S. military intervention. The report highlights that, historically, increased intelligence activity often precedes U.S. military operations. While the United States has conducted intelligence activities in Cuba for decades, this recent surge is specifically noted as an increase in the Central Intelligence Agency's CIA footprint. Additionally, the article mentions that in March, U.S. President Donald Trump suggested that Cuba could be a target following U.S. actions in Venezuela and Iran. According to a report by Antara, Indonesia's Trade Minister Budi Santoso has departed for India to attend the BRICS Trade Ministers meeting scheduled for August 6 to 7, 2026. This key meeting serves as a strategic platform for member nations to address crucial global trade issues, including global value chain resilience, the digital economy, and bilateral trade cooperation. Since officially becoming a full member of BRICS in 2025, Indonesia is utilizing this forum to advocate for expanded market access, increased foreign investment, and an open, transparent, and rules-based multilateral trading system. Minister Santoso emphasized Indonesia's commitment to enhancing trade and services facilitation, driving digital transformation, and fostering sustainable growth for developing nations. In addition to the main forum sessions, the minister is slated to hold bilateral discussions with his counterparts from host country India, as well as Egypt, Brazil, and the United Arab Emirates to strengthen direct economic partnerships. According to a report by China Daily, as global semiconductor companies approach the physical limits of shrinking transistors, Huawei Technologies is charting an alternative path to advanced chip technology. Blocked from accessing advanced lithography equipment due to U.S. sanctions, Huawei has proposed the Tau scaling law, an alternative framework that shifts the focus from shrinking chip dimensions to accelerating transmission speeds between system components. Huawei's chief semiconductor scientist, Liao Heng, explained that the decades-long practice of packing more transistors into integrated circuits is nearing its physical limit. To bridge the gap with competitors, Huawei's new approach utilizes cross-layer collaboration, relying on system cluster advantages to compensate for single-chip hardware limitations. The company is set to unveil its first smartphone chip designed under this framework in September, using a technology called logic folding. Furthermore, Liao proposed an 18-story pagoda engineering model for the AI value chain, contrasting with NVIDIA's top-down model. This holistic engineering approach appears to be paying off. Market research indicates that, amid U.S. export controls, Chinese suppliers led by Huawei saw their domestic AI accelerator market share rise to 41% in 2025. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.